Okay, so I'm a little weirdo who overthinks. Okay, so I like to pull two cards sometimes for one position. And what I mean by that is I don't lay two cards next to each other. Next to means next to, like two separate things sitting beside each other, minding their own business. That's not it. I'm pulling them in tandem, in conjunction. So I like the two cards blending together, basically. It kind of gives them more meaning than either would have alone. I'm an overthinker, so of course I'm pulling two. Sometimes one card's not enough for me, not enough for your girl. So, hey. Um, so I ended up getting the Fool with Four of Cups. I'm sorry, I cut the angle's cut off. I'm a little tired, but I just wanted to come here and talk a little bit today. So I digress. Uh, we got the Fools with Four of Cups. We got Page of Pentacles with Three of Cups, and then we have Ace of Wands with Five of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, as what I typically call the subconscious, and what you don't see coming, King of Swords and the Emperor. And this is from our deck and True Heart Tarot, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, so let's talk about the Fool with the Four of Cups. So that's the first pair I pulled. And honestly, like, this feels so much like my life in one picture. But let me be real with you, because I've got nobody to perform for over here. This new life I'm building, it's not really built on faith. Don't tell the Christian boys and girlies, okay? Because, listen, I'm not about to sit here and act like I leapt off some cliff all brave and shit, trusting with my arms wide open. Nah, nope, 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 nope. A lot of me is built on fear, okay? And heartbreak and watching people I love make choices that genuinely break my heart. But, you know, here's the part that matters. It's also built on resilience, on me getting better, on me actually sitting down and figuring out what healing even is for me, which is honestly not what I thought it was, okay? So that's my Fool, not some naive little jump, a leap I feel like I kind of got shoved into that I'm going to turn into something useful on the way down. And honestly, the Four Cups, I hate this card because it feels like it's so me that is like almost rude. Okay, it's the Four Cups is like generally a picture of somebody with their arms crossed, not even noticing the cup being held right out to them. And I'm gonna send like, some of the stuff out loud because of the fact that like I will have an audio version and then like the version on YouTube or whatever. So anyway, but they're typically like holding their hands like fold like and there's a cup being held right in front of them, and I kind of feel like that's my fog. And it's not even random, it's literally my chart. My chart has my moon sitting right on Saturn and Pisces, which is basically a whole ocean with a wall built around it, like a file cabinet with an ocean. That's really how I feel. My Virgo rising is like the container for it. um but part of my work this month is going to be not to feel more, because I think I think I'm at a capacity for that. I think that's good. I think I got that down packed right there. I think I feel plenty. But I'm gonna try to put my arms down and actually take that cup that's been sitting in front of me the whole time and not be like, me. No. Because the cup is gratitude. It's always been gratitude, which leads me into the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. And this is the pair I kind of want to stay in for a second, because this is really got like what I'm feeling like for my whole heart of July. See, I'm kind of seeing myself as the Page of Pentacles. Head down, learning my own craft. I'm actually trying to learn how to skate, and kind of came to a realization and conclusion that I need to learn how to have some balance first, because I actually have no self awareness of my body. I forgot what uh the artificial intelligence, exactly how they put it. But I've been trying to learn how to roller skate, and came to a very big realization that uh because like you gotta like bend your knees and like all this type of stuff, and my best friend's trying to teach me how to do it, and came to the realization that I really have like no real physical awareness of even my physical body in the first place. um and that before I can even really probably even try to learn how to skate. I gotta try to learn how to have balance. Like my friend's like, find your center. I was like, I don't know what the heck that is. Like I don't know what my center is. If I'm about to fall, I typically just fall. Like if I'm about to go down, I just go down. Like I don't really have a balance. But I didn't realize that apparently for ADHD people, that's pretty common. Because the same attentional stuff that makes you miss your keys also makes you tune out the constant background signal of where your limbs are. So it's basically like skating is going to be hard for you, not because you're uncoordinated, even though I'm like, yeah, it's probably also more uncoordinated, but because I'm trying to skip a step, trying to balance on wheels before I practice balancing on my feet. Because most people get away with this because they have a decent baseline body awareness from childhood, and mine's never really got built. So now I have to build it and like do stuff like try to balance on a wall or something to help me build the strength and teach my knees how to learn how to bend because I don't know really how to bend my knees, which is sad because I'm 32. I think I should know how to do that and, be able to like tree pose or something. But yeah, so like my brain is like I'm watching all of these skating videos on Pinterest and watching these people like just like glide through people and in scenarios, and it just looks so cool, and I want to know how to do it. But I have to do the boring work first. Page of Pentacles. Back to the card, guys. Head down, learn my instrument, craft the slow, boring way. I'm gonna have to build this balance one way or another. Like you will learn an instrument, and this card is Mary Lee Williams, a musician, black woman. The top deck is only women in that deck. It's called Our Tarot. Sarah Shipman. And then the second deck is True Heart, and I know her first name is Rachel, but I do not remember her last name. I think she was also in The Craft, the creator of that deck, the second deck. This one. I believe she was in Craft. I believe she was the black girl in Craft, which is very random, but she made a tarot deck. That is Mama making money from that tarot deck, okay? I'm just letting you know. I have two of them. But anyway, the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. This is like I said, this is a pair I want to stay with for a second. Okay, so head down, learning my own craft, the slow, boring way. Basically, you will learn an instrument. And I have Pluto dragging through my sixth house for quite a minute now, and it's kind of turned my everyday work into something honestly I barely recognize, but in a good way. The business is the whole magic trick, and honestly, I'm thankful for the grind. I really am, even when it's not cute. But it's really the Three of Cups blended in with that kind of has me soft right now. I'm not gonna lie. There's some other stuff. But the Three of Circles is the circle, and like look at the circle. I look at it like that. I'm around my best friend. She's a Pisces, born 2 days apart from me. Even though she's like the red fish, I'm the blue fish. Because she'll burn this whole place down. And I'll like probably cry. But also cry. But she's amazing. I love her. I love her so much. She's like less than 5 houses down the street. Like I see her house from my house. I love it. My next door neighbor. She's a whole clown in amazing way. Like she's a delight. She's loud. She's vivacious in the way that just kind of makes like the block feel very alive. And everyone else around here is like quiet and they don't bother a soul. Like I just feel safe. I feel at home. I feel loved, and that's not a small thing for somebody who feels like they kind of rebuilt a lot of their stuff from like nothing. So yeah, and on top of that, my brother's been having issues, and he's doing so much better. He's sticking with his treatment. He's taking his life back into his own hands, and I'm just so proud of him. I love him so much. And there's my daughter, my Libra queen. She's tall, funny. She has a whole set of freaking boundaries on her that I didn't even have to teach. She just knows how to protect her energy, and she's out there most of the time guarding mines too. And honestly, I think she'd prefer I never love anybody but her. There's literally like a sign above me that she wrote that says, "You belong to me," and it has forever written, like 80 cajillion times. But you know what? I am hers. I am. Like, Jada? What do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want? I'm yours. I love her. I love her. I love her. Can you tell I love her? Um, she left me a voice message today, and it was she's literally like the sweetest thing my past ever handed to me. Whatever I walk through, I walked out with her, and she makes everything worth it. Period. And also, like, honestly, my brain is like literally bored. She's not with me. It's bored. Like, I need her to take care. But basically, that's my three cups. Y'all see it? That's the cup that I'm holding up this month. Okay. And then third pair was the Ace of Wands and the Five of Wands. Straight fire blended with five people swinging sticks at absolutely nothing. I kind of see the fire as being like my drive. The spark, I'm grateful, is still lit almost. Now the five sticks, that's something that I didn't ask for. Okay, y'all, if y'all know 5 1, y'all know that card ain't fun to get. People be like, Death, no. I be like, 5 of Wands, no. 5 of Cups, no. Like, give me the Death card. Like, speaking of death, my best friend I just talked about, we were just sitting outside last night, just chilling, goofing. We do nothing but freaking laugh. Like, thanks. Sorry, my best stepdad ever. Thank you. See? Loved. But I forgot where I was at. I really should just be going to bed. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, my job offered us overtime, and I was like, overtime? Definitely mine. And I've been like working since like 3 o'clock. I'm like, yum 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 yum. Give me all the hours. Give me all the hours. So I like didn't finish at like 10:30, and then I like was like, I'm so hungry. Can someone take me to something to eat? Cause I can't drive. And my mom and my stepdad looked at me like, we're tired. So they were like, we'll just order something. And again, love. Anyway, I was talking about Ace of Wands and Five of Wands, wasn't I? Yeah. Like I said, I feel like the fire's mine, like my drive, the spark that, like I said, I'm grateful that's still lit. And the 5 sticks, that's not some weather I asked for. But it's because, okay, here's something I've learned about a certain type of person, okay? So I'm going to just be very careful with how I say. I feel like you take the front door away from them. Oh wait, did I remember like saying what my best friend did? I don't think I did. Sorry. We were sitting outside and last night, and this heifer just takes like my pair of scissors and just like starts chopped all her hair off, but like one of her dreads, and she looks good as hell. Okay, like she looks so damn good, and she's a Scorpio rising. Death, transformation. I cannot describe you. Like, her hair looks so damn good. I'm only like, as a black woman, okay, that to me is fearless. Okay, like I like remember when I was younger, I was being so attached to my hair, like my inches, like like wanted to grow longer, mainly so I could hide. Okay, like hide behind my hair is what I wanted, like a invisibility cloak. You no longer can see me. And my best friend's black, by the way. And so like just watch her do that. And it was like at nighttime, and she just starts chopping, and she's like, should I get a mirror? Or did she say she's gonna do that first? I don't remember. She started chopping first, and then got the mirror, or got the I don't remember. But anyway, it was wild. And her hair looks amazing. Anywho, so going back to the cards, because I'm ready to eat. So sometimes you take the front door away from certain people and they don't leave, so they'll probably go find a window, and maybe they'll borrow an occasion, or maybe they'll send somebody else to do they're talking for them, or maybe they're wandering around your life until they kind of find the one room you can't lock, and they'll pull a little chair up to it just so your attention has to walk past them to get your own peace. And listen, I'm gonna say this with all the love a Pisces can hold, which I believe is a whole lot. This move only works if it freaking lands, because the entire plan is built on that person being reachable, right? Like if you just sit yourself down in the exact right tender spot, the person will just spin out, hand over the real estate. No, the lease is up. No. No more access in my head. No more getting noticed. And those are two completely different things. And one of them is a smaller and sadder thing to be settling for. So I guess congrats on that window. But the house still isn't yours, is what I'm saying. Like, you can go whichever little angle you want to go to try to hurt me. And it's been done. And maybe I felt like a little bit of thing. A little bit. But that's to be expected, right? Because that's literally how I am. And that's how I'm wired, and that's how I'm built. Use my own family against me to put into your own affairs in a very weird way, and then also use the only thing that is shared with that person, such as their child. It's just a lot, okay? And kudos, but I don't think it lands the way people think stuff lands when they're doing stuff. It's very hurtful. Like there are some moves that are so audacious that like when you say them out loud, your brother marrying your ex-husband, your biological brother, not his at all. And then that brother staying with you, hanging out with you, you making him smoothies because you love him and are trying to be in a better place with him, but he looks at you bold-faced and never says anything to you. And then, by the way, that brother doesn't live with you. Typically, he lives out of state. But he comes into town because he wants to be a preacher. But he never says one thing to you about the fact that he will be flying and leaving the house we were just sharing together. Where he writes on the fridge, blank was here. To go not just be at a wedding, but to perform the wedding of somebody who you know abused your sister. Whether you want to believe it or not, you know I've expressed that. But that was the hurt. And congrats. It landed. It did hurt. So there you go. But the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords with the Emperor. So both of my bottom cards, they basically kind of come up as like authority. King of Swords, the mind that just can kind of cut clean through the noise, and the Emperor is basically like somebody sitting on a throne that like because it's all women up in that deck, okay? But that she built with her own two hands. And that bottom spot, that's the one that I read is what I don't see coming, basically, which I kind of see as the universe doing a whole, little bit, because I just kind of keep waiting for myself to one day become like this sovereign version of myself. Like, I kind of did a version of this when I was younger. Like, I'd be like, when I get to middle school, I will, like, what, shoot, I can't remember what it's called. Like, it was like that thing you would do, like, not a glow up. It was a different word, I feel like, for us people born like in 1994 time range. But like I forgot what it's called. But like like you come back from the summer break all hot. Because I read too much. That's my problem. I read too much growing up. So my brain is like a whole bunch of fiction stories. But yeah, and I would think like, then when I get to high school, I'll be really liked and like actually have friends. And actually, I did. And I always say this. When I got to my high school, my second high school, Kaifa, you know, I met someone, Dr. Phillips. But when I got to Kaifa, I really did find some friends, and I've like always remained thankful for that. It's only like last couple years of my high school career, but it was a good one, man. It was. I ended good there. Okay, look at me talking about my high school career like it was something. That was the height of my socialness. Um, let me just finish because it's been too long and it's 11:23 at night. Finish talking. So yeah, yeah. I just keep waiting for that, but I'm realizing like maybe she's just been kind of sitting there at the bottom of the deck the whole time. See, my North Node is glued to Pluto and Scorpio, which is just a pretty way of saying that I feel like I came into this life with one assignment to like let things die so they can come back as power to take the crown back instead of handing it to whoever happens to be holding my heart that season. Because it's that leap or the craft or the fire, all of it, I feel like it's standing on top of the throne and that I have been able to see the foundation from where I've actually been standing. And that probably made not a lot of sense, but I'm also, again, trying to talk around certain things, okay? Trying to talk around, because I already said way much more than I was going to say, but you know what? It just happens, and it is all good. I'm pretty sure no one's made it to whatever minute I've been talking about this on, so whatever. But just going through like some other little things that I've just been thinking about and chewing on and stuff like that. I just feel like the facts of my life are already kind of set. Kind of like the food is cooked, it's plated, it's served, certain things have happened, certain people went off and built certain lives. And the hard parts kind of happen exactly how they happened. And I can't recook a single bite of any of it. Like none of that is changing. But the framing around the plate, I'm starting to see that as the whole game. And I'm trying to take these same exact facts and run kind of. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I kind of feel like I'm still me sometimes, and I feel like I'm still stuck, and that like everybody's moved on without me, and a lot of times that tastes like losing, if I'm being real with you. But when I take the same facts and I run that instead through, I'm staying clear, I'm seeing the moves, and I'm going to be somebody who feels everything all the way to the floor and just, you know what, live through it anyway. It just kind of all of a sudden taste a little bit like proof of how far I've actually fucking come. And nothing about what happened changed in between those two. I feel like I just switched the frame and I feel it switch in my body. And that's the letting go or the letting go I came looking for, I feel. That's what I was looking for. I feel like I kept waiting on the past to shrink or soften or just disappear. And you know what? I've really been realizing it just never does. At least not for me, because you can't delete the food. I mean, I guess you could eat it, okay? Okay? But I'm going to say you can't delete the food, okay? But you can change what's around it. And I see that as the Five of Cups thing. Like, you can stand there crying over the cups that spilled, or you can turn around and notice the ones that are still standing up behind you. And I got that shit. And reframing is not some cute little lie I'm telling myself to feel better either. Like, you know, I just feel like the kinder version is usually the truer one because it actually accounts for more of what's real, right? I just got this habit. It's that Moon Saturn thing again, I guess, of letting the meanest win the room before the full story even gets a word in. So the work isn't pretending. It's just not letting the cruelest frame be the only plate on the table when there's a more honest one sitting right there. Because I feel like gratitude, to me, it just turns out to be the truest frame. It's the freest one. It's just the one I've got. Same life, better lens, but on purpose. Hope I'm making some sense. And going back to the astrology, I feel like Jupiter is kind of just like walked into my 12th house. That's the house of hidden stuff, private, the shit that that you work through when nobody's watching. And Jupiter is grace, and mercy and expansion. So I feel like the blessing this month is the soft kind, the kind that nobody really gets to see. Which is why, you know what? These thoughts are going to live right here in a quiet little corner on the internet. Like, because you know what? Grace doesn't need an audience. It's not that deep. And I feel like sometimes that's stuff like, that's Saturn and Neptune. They're actually also about to go retrograde, my 8th house and other people's. And that's the structure and surrender both sitting basically in the same room. The same room where stuff gets the same room where stuff dies and gets reborn. And Saturn is kind of like encouraging you to build the boundary, and Neptune then it's kind of like giving the vibe like, yeah, but stay soft. And so the two of them, I feel like they're kind of walking me through the one thing I've genuinely had to learn the hard way, which is, and this is a thing I've been saying to my best friend Ashley like 20 times, which is how do I care deeply and hold loosely at the same time? Basically, I'm trying to have a door closed, but a heart still behind it. It's very, very difficult. My best friend, she just don't do it because she ain't got it to do. Okay? And that's why she the red fish, and this is why I'm the blue fish. But I be like, sometimes I want to be the red fish, okay? But Jesus, then I also realized that Mercury's retrograde basically all month too. So the past is also going to just not come knocking. I should have thought about that too. It hasn't stationed when some stuff happened, but I should have really thought about that. But you know what? It's all good, because a look back is not a U-turn. If you want to know more about Mercury retrograde, I have another thing you could watch or listen to or whatever. But a look back is not a U-turn. I can glance at it and glance at where I've been without booking the whole trip again. See, this is what I'm listen. And a lot of stuff is from conversation with my best friend, okay? A lot of it is. Like, so much of this is. I love her so much. I'm so grateful and appreciative and thankful for her. She is the best. The baddest bitch in the world. I love her so much. I don't know how long we've been friends at this point, like 5 years or something. Like, and she's there fiercely, like ready to get up in your face if you want to mess with me. Like, period. And same back, boo. I just love her. I love her. I love her so much. But I'm starting to feel like I can glance at where I've been without booking the whole trip again. And the notes are also switching signs this season. And that's also kind of like the sky's way of telling me, at least, that a chapter's closing whether or not anybody's showing up, alright? But it's cool because I've said my goodbyes quietly on my own terms, which is honestly how I do everything that's actually mine. But it's all good. Honestly, I used to go off for real. I ain't gonna lie. Name it, tag it, set the whole thing. I might set this whole thing down, baby. But these days, I just decided to let the chart do the talking, the throne do the sitting, and I'm gonna spend my energy on the people who pay me back in laughter instead of lessons. My best friend down the street, my loud, lovely neighbor, my brother getting his life back, my mom, my stepdad bringing me freaking food, my mom ordering me food, my Libra girl who loves me half to death. That's where my thank you is living this month, and it's a freaking long, beautiful list. So you know what? If something in mind gets rearranged, that's gonna be okay. It's fine. I'm gonna notice it, let it hurt, and I'm gonna let it be exactly as big as it actually is, and I'm gonna stay standing anyway. Clear, soft, still me. And you know what? That last part was never the problem. Still me is the whole floor this house is built on, baby. And listen, you can out the front door. You can borrow the window. Like, who cares, right? The throne is always at the bottom of the deck, and it's only got the one seat. So with that, Jaquela's out. Okay, so I totally did have that last line completely planned because I was like, oh, snap. Guys, what if I learned roller skating and then I learned rhythm? Because I have none. So, like, what if I can start pop locking, dropping it? What? At 32, y'all won't know what to do. I will be outside, but only at nighttime because it's too hot. I live in Florida. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat some food and take my ass to bed. Bye. Might burn this whole thing down.